Geoffrey Zakarian's Nonstick 6-quart oval Dutch oven and baker lid. In this show alone, Sean, 3,300 gone. Iron Chef Geoffrey Zakarian is back with us. Good to see you. The other gentleman that is on set with us is Chef Eric, and Chef Eric is the head guy at all your restaurants.
He's the head guy. He does all the work.
Chef, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
I get all the kudos. He does all the work.
So we're thrilled to have both of you with us tonight. And Chef Eric is going to help out because we got a lot of food going on.
We got a lot of food cooking.
In the next 30 minutes, we're going to go through an awful lot of food, and we've got two chefs here in the kitchen that are going to talk to us about why this vessel is so exciting. But at its core, this is cast iron, and cast iron is nothing new.
It's two things, really, David. It's cast iron and a Dutch oven.
Right.
I mean, four words, right? Dutch oven has been around forever. We all have seen them. They're in colors. They're beautiful. They're very expensive.
Yes.
Okay, this is probably a third of the cost. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Cast iron, the oldest cooking method. You know, metal, fire,
Sure.
caveman, cowboy. Nonstick, kind of modern, but this is much more modern, and it is put on cast iron. So the cast iron has no rules. It doesn't stick. You can use water, tomato, vinegar. It doesn't rust. And it doesn't
So all the
stick.
old rules of cast iron are thrown out the window.
They are
right?
gone. We're going to go over them and throw them out tonight.
This has Chef Zakarian's unique non-stick inside. Now, if you have purchased and been one of the tens of thousands of people who have purchased your non-stick cast iron skillets on QVC, same material, same non-stick, but now in a 6-quart Dutch oven with this beautiful saute or baker's lid. This lid not only will work as a lid to the vessel, but it also becomes a second cooking vessel. So you're really getting a 2-in-1 here.
Yeah.
You're also getting 8 recipe cards. These are 8 of Chef's beautiful recipes, complete with color photos, and they're all gonna work very nicely in this vessel. I will also tell you, a lot of you are inquiring about weight tonight. With the lid, you're looking at just shy of 16 pounds on this, total. But this will work on every single stovetop, including induction. Chef, you're making a traditional Yankee pot roast.
I am making a traditional Yankee pot roast. At the outset, I seared this incredible piece of beef chuck roast, and I put some beautiful turnips, root vegetables, onions, and we're going to seal it and say goodbye.
While you take that to the oven, I'm going to remind you about value on this, because if you were to go to Chef Zakarian's website, you would pay $129.99 for this same vessel. Tonight, we're going to bring it to you at just over $50 less. It's actually $50.03 to be exact. So $50.03 less and 6 easy payments on any credit card we accept that you choose to use tonight.
Look at that.
Now we take through the magic of TV and through the prowess of Chef Eric, we've got a finished dish.
Look at that. So we have this incredible Yankee pot roast, and look at the top.
That looks beautiful.
The top is also a saute pan. So it's not just a lid, it's a saute pan. That's the magic. So nothing exists like this.
I mean, look at this pot roast. Gorgeous red bliss potatoes.
Look how it just falls apart.
Well, good luck getting that out of there, right? It's going to come out in chunks.
It's going to come out in chunks. That's the way we eat family style, David.
Come on.
And that's a family of at least 12,
I smell it from
right?
here. I smell it from here. Oh, that smells amazing.
And this is the beauty of Dutch oven. So you put this in, and it comes out in all the goodness of the vegetables, all the health benefits, all the minerals, all the flavor has been captured.
Do I spy whole cloves of garlic in there?
Everything's in here. And you can just squeeze them out with your hand right out of that little package.
All that paste, that's also good.
For my first demo.
Oh, you did a nice job with that. Let me hit with some pressure.
Hold on a second. I'm going to finish.
Oh, yeah, let's
so
do
I'm
this
going to
too.
just take this. It's been in for like almost 3 hours. I just want to see. You know that crust you usually get in a pan? Can you see that?
Let's come back into the pan, guys, real quickly.
Take a look at the pan here. I just want to show you something.
Here we go.
Okay, that is usually what happens in a pan. It's a crust, but we're just going to wipe it out. There's nothing. That's been in the oven for 3 hours. You can't do that with cast iron.
What?
Yep.
Now, we'll hit this with some fresh herbs. Gorgeous. I see those bay leaves. Yum.
Isn't that amazing?
Nice.
Okay, so
that's beautiful.
What do we have next?
That's Sunday dinner right there.
What do we have next? So I want to talk about the technology.
Please.
So cast iron, the best heat known to mankind. We use it in all our restaurants. We're bringing that to your home.
Love it.
We've amped it up by putting nonstick on it, and we've made, like I said before, the cover, which had a little knob in it, now goes to the outside, and it becomes a pot.
Wow.
So now you can cook on this. You can't cook on the cast iron Dutch oven you have now.
Right.
Impossible. You can take that cover, which weighs 4 or 5 pounds, and you just got to shove it in the drawer, right?
Right.
And this you can. So the beauty of this is we're using it for all kinds of sauteing.
Well, I'll tell you, this is your opportunity to pick up 2 vessels in one. We've got almost 6 quarts of macaroni and cheese. But Chef is not going to stop with just a little bit of cheese.
No, we're going to make it rain.
We're going to make a lot of cheese happen on top of that, because that's going to create the crust on top of this mac when we get it into the oven. And I'm not going to worry about this because this is oven safe to what temperature?
500.
500 degrees.
So,
this is cast iron. It just happens to be modernized with this fantastic nonstick coating. A nonstick coating that is not going to have those chemicals we worry about. It is also not going to burn off, peel off. Now, if you use a metal tool in this, you might mark it, but you haven't hurt the nonstick. If you want to keep it looking this gorgeous, use nylon, silicone, or wooden tools.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you can get in there, can you see this? All that gorgeous love has just been transferred to the mac and cheese. And I'm going to give you a nice slice. And what I love to do is this cut here, if you can get a picture of this.
Oh, we're right on there. We're right on top of it.
Look at that. It's like a potato chip on the outside.
There's no sticking, and that's got a load of cheese up in it, both inside and on top.
There is so much cheese in this, it's a shame. It's a crime there's so much cheese in it.
I'm not really sure it's a crime, but... I'm going to let that cool, because right now it's like lava.
Lava.
All right. But this is what's really extraordinary. You're getting this great cooking vessel for 6 payments of $13.33. Take a look at this value story again, and I'll tell you, with over 3,500 of these gone, you will not want to miss out on this opportunity with GeoffreyZakarian's.com website. $129.99. We are just over $50 less.
Yeah, and also, it doesn't exist on the market for $79, something that is both a Dutch oven, nonstick.
This is cast iron.
Cast iron, and you can use the lid. It's just not, it's about 3 times as much.
Well, you're not going to find this kind of value in the marketplace, and you need to remember that this is the real deal. This cast iron. This is extraordinary stuff. With that wonderful nonstick on the inside. With the lid, you're looking at just over 15 pounds. Now, with the weight of food, maybe a little more than that, but it all depends on what you're putting inside. This vessel is going to outlive all of us. It's going to be around a lot longer than we are.
Yeah, and you can give this as it's a great gift. If you give this as a gift, that person, well, for 20 or more years, will be really happy.
And then they're going to pass it down to the next generation of cooks in their family.
Kind of like paying it forward in the kitchen.
Exactly. This is what it's all about, because cast iron is amazing.
Let's cook in the lid.
Let's do that.
So we have beautiful filet mignon here. I just put a touch of my extra virgin olive oil, and look at this sear. That's what a chef wants. You see that? That's love. That's caramel. That's flavor. That's unctuousness. That's what makes a steak taste beefy.
I can't spell unctuous, but
I can't either.
It's really extraordinary stuff. Yeah.
So we're going to take this out, and I'm going to demonstrate another wipe. So that was been in there for about 15 minutes.
Now this pan is fire engine hot, so chefs can be careful.
Done.
Look at that.
Clean.
And now if you wanted to fry an egg in there, you want to do scrambled eggs in there, you want to be able to do a grilled cheese sandwich for the kids after school, you want to be able to do pork chops on a Wednesday night. When I was growing up, Wednesday night was pork chop night.
Speaking of fried eggs, let's fry some bacon, and then my favorite thing to do is fry some eggs in there with the bacon, because why not?
Well, because you get the little bacon flavor with the eggs, yeah.
And then a little wipe, and you have another pan ready again. Clean, clean.
Now, you can put soap and water in these if you want to do them in the sink. You're not going to hurt them. You'd never have to season these pans.
Nope.
Let me be very clear about that and repeat it. You never, ever season these pans.
You can use it with pasta, with tomato sauce, with vinegar. You don't have to season them. And seasoning, for those of you who don't know what it means you put salt and oil, rub it, then bake it, and it gets nonstick.
Well, my grandma used to use lard, straight up lard.
It's just a pain. It's a process. Who has 20 minutes to do that? You should be cooking.
I remember the smell of it. It's so interesting because I'd come into Grandma's kitchen and she'd have the skillet in the oven with nothing in it.
You're like, what's going on?
I said, Grandma, what are you cooking? And she said, no, sweetie, I'm seasoning the skillet.
And you're like,
I'm like, what does that mean? I was 10, I didn't know. So all I knew is she cooked great food in it. But now I understand that she was seasoning that so that food would slide right out of it.
Yeah.
So everything would cook up beautifully. This is what you're never going to have to do with this pan. You never season it. We have a little animation that will show you, and so you can better understand what's happening inside.
Yeah, so a Dutch oven, the lid goes on, we put it in the oven, and then you have this miraculous thing that happens. It self-bastes. The liquid goes up, hits the top, comes back down, and that whole apparatus happens again and again and again. That's very old. We didn't invent that. What we did invent is we took the silly old top and made it a saute pan. No one's done that.
Exactly, and do it with that great non-stick interior in cast iron. Now, today's special value, brand new today. This will be your final look at it tonight. What we don't want you to do is miss out on this. We're at 6 easy payments, and Chef, you're going this way. Okay, I'll
going this way. I'm going to show you a little Who doesn't like this? It's coming to Thanksgiving. This is an incredible dish. This sweet potato and marshmallow casserole.
Yum.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
That's comfort food.
Come on, comfort
This
food.
is what it's all about. Don't miss out on this tonight because so many of you are thinking ahead to cold weather cooking. We talked earlier with someone from Utica, New York, who was saying 6 months out of the year it's snow on the ground, right?
Exactly.
Your wife is from Buffalo. You all have a home there. You know what it's like. Super snowy.
It's beautiful though, but it's cold.
Gorgeous.
And so speaking of Buffalo, we're at Buffalo Wingland. So we're gonna fry some buffalo wings. One of the most important things about cast iron and frying is that cast iron holds the heat. That's why chefs love it. That's why you should buy it. Cast iron holds heat.
Now look what's happening here. Now Chef Eric is dropping chicken wings in there. Now I'm going to guess those chicken wings were closer to room temperature. Is that right?
Oh, they're a little cold.
Oh, were they cold?
Yeah,
okay.
but you see they're hot. So the cast iron holds the heat. Guess what? The temperature comes up very quick.
But look what's not happening here. We're not losing the boil, or
That's
we're
right.
not losing the fry.
And that's I'm glad you pointed out, that's very obvious. But some people realize when you go in, it stopped for a while, and then you wait for it to get to the boil.
Chef Zakarian, let me ask this question. You have 3 small children at home.
Yes.
You guys are at your home in Buffalo. It's a snowy weekend. What do you cook for the kids?
I'm cooking either everything in a pot, and always family style. That's what we do. So we bought a lot of platters when we go up there a lot. A bolognese, a big soup. We'll have one to taste over there, or chilies, or a big roast, or a huge roast, ribeye, ribs.
Yum.
And it's stick to the rib food. I love that kind of food, right?
Me too.
So
all right,
we got our fry going, and remember, a little tip for chefs: when you take the chicken wings off, you put salt on them right away on a rack, so the grease goes down, the salt adheres to a wet chicken wing.
Correct.
If it's dry, it'll bounce off, and you'll have a chicken wing. It doesn't taste very good.
You'll have kind of a bland chicken wing.
Have a bland wing.
Crispy but bland all at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, curried mussels.
Curried mussel. Look at these. I love these. So healthy. Amazing nutrients in these. Very easy to cook. You simply open them up, and they open them themselves in 2 minutes. I have coconut in here, curry, a little ginger, and very simple. And look how vibrant that is. Imagine bringing this out. And this is very light. Imagine bringing this out.
6 quarts.
6 quarts. And well, it's family style, David, so I'm just going to like...
Well, and what you're also going to want to do is have some crusty bread to mop up all that sauce, right?
And look at how dirty that is.
Well, not for long.
Isn't that amazing?
This is what's extraordinary about this. Oh.
Some little tomatoes.
Nice with
some
the
fresh
tomatoes.
mint. And I'm going to give you a little hint of how to eat mussels. I know you know how to eat mussels. But a lot of people, if you go overseas...
You eat one and then you use the other as like
you see that?
tongs,
so
right?
You take one out. I'm going to take one out and pop it in my mouth. I'm looking at the viewers to see this. You see that
right
mussel in here?
Yeah, take a look here.
Just like
then you use the empty shell as tongs. Now you eat with that. That's so great.
And that's how you use it.
So smart.
So it makes it easy.
Now, all this coming together for you at a really phenomenal price tonight. Let's review our value story, reminding you at GeoffreyZakarian.com, you're looking at almost $130. We are over $50 less tonight and 6 payments on your credit card. Now over $12,000 for the day, $4,000 during In the Kitchen with David. Take a look at this book. This book was developed with 70 cast iron recipes inside. If you're snowbound for a weekend this winter and you've got a pantry full of groceries and this book and this vessel, nobody's going hungry.
Nobody.
Chef Zakarian has put together 70 recipes inside, gorgeous color photos. There's the shrimp scampi, so many fun items. This is Game Time Turkey Chili with avocado crema. Yum. So you've got all the great recipes inside. Chef has put these together for you. This book is $19.95 or 2 easy payments on your credit card.
Yep.
Now,
I know
4 if you use your Q card. Is this the mushroom tomato barley soup?
This is a mushroom tomato barley soup, one of my staples, and we have a little bacon, a little kick butt bacon.
Oh, is there bacon in there?
A little bacon in the background. But this, talk about winter. Talk about sitting and getting cold and warming up. This is what you want.
In the book?
This is in the book. Everything here in front of you is in the book. Everything.
Look at this. Look how hearty all that is.
So good for you and actually very healthy. There's just a little bacon in there, but
if you wanted to add ground turkey to this, you could really
ground turkey. We have a chili recipe that's really spectacular. But I just want to emphasize this: all this food, almost all of it today, is family style. That's what I love about it.
Well, and that's what's great about this vessel because it cooks family style meals. And if you're going to be making something as the weather turns cooler, like old-fashioned chicken noodle soup, this is your mother-in-law's recipe.
It's my mother-in-law's recipe from Niagara. Hi, Maria. I hope you're watching. And I simply have a trick in the restaurant business is we put the pasta on the bowl and then ladle the soup on it, and it warms up the pasta. That way, it doesn't get overcooked in the pot.
Right.
So if we